I have a file that you can download. Easy carriage. So this is the carriage that moves X, Y, and Z on the EZ router CNC. And you can see I have already designed a tool holder here for the CNC. And you can see that there's some limitations on the size of the space that your tool can fit into. So I'm going to make essentially like a bounding box so that you can make sure that your tool is going to fit inside of that space. So I'm going to turn off my existing holder. And this is going to be, again, the mounting plate that we're going to be designing onto. So I'll go to my top view. I'm going to assemble, put a new component in. And I ask for the parent. So the parent is up here on the top. So this is the assembly, and then these are all different components that have been added to the file. So for instance, this tool holder, the pencil, and the bolts are all over here in external files that have been brought in. And you'll notice they do not have that chain link. So I have, they are independently, they're not linked to the outside files anymore. I'm going to say OK. So this component down here, I can rename, let's say bounding box. Oops. So I'll create a sketch, and that'll be on the bottom plane. Now I'm going to use my excuse me, my project tool. So I'll get create, project, include, project. Let me just check what plane that is projecting on, and my construction on, and my origin. So my origin, that plane that I chose here, is actually where that is. So I am going to project onto this plane, plane 7, which is a plane I created. So I'm just going to delete these projections for now. Just go to finish that sketch. And I'm going to construct an offset plane, offset from this. And I can move that down. And again, I can drag that larger or smaller. So I'll start that sketch again, choose that plane. And now when I go to my project, you can see now that it's projecting down onto that plane. So I'm also going to project, I can select a face or an edge. In this case, there's a lot of bevels on this aluminum extrusion, so I'm selecting the face, and that's still projecting that line down. And that should be all I need. Okay, finish that sketch. So it's a little difficult to see because I have so many kind of parts in the way. You'll notice that when I activate the component, or sorry, the whole assembly here, this is activating it. It is solid color. If I activate individual components, you'll see that the rest go transparent, or get more transparent. So I'm going to go down to my bounding box and activate that, and I'm going to start shutting off some of these pieces I don't need at the moment. And I'm going to go back to edit this sketch now. And I'll just use this. Finish that sketch. And do an extrude. Click OK. We'll look at this angle here. We can do a new sketch on this plane. I can do an extrude. I can do an extrude right here. So now I can look at that at wireframe or shaded. Now if I right click on the body and I go to appearance, I'll choose a glass window, and I can bring that up into here, and then I can drop that onto that object just to give it some transparency. And now I'm going to do another project. from within this component. And I'll do a project, include 3D geometry. I think that's everything. Oops. To capture this, I'll do a sketch on this plane, create, project, include, again, include 3D geometry. And normally we just have to draw on one plane, but we have this 3D sketch selected, so that does allow you to work in 3 dimensions with different sketches in order to project things like that. Finish that sketch. And just turn this body off now. And it looks like I missed a couple places on that. Turn that body off again. And now I have this bounding box, which I can start to design my tool holder, and just to make sure it fits on this machine. And likewise, even on the shop bot that we have, yeah, we do want to make sure that we're not hitting the router. Next video, I'll go and I'll actually be working off of this this face of this to start to design the tool.